What's going on, my Fly Happy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So Monica Mcnutt, man, she felt like everything was adjudicated perfectly last night when it came to the Indiana Fever and Suns game, man. And y'all won't believe what she said, bro. We are about to get into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for your boy if you like the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 28.4, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
Ball action yesterday. Monica, I need you to walk me through what happened here.
Oh boy, Greeny.
Caitlin Clark and the Fever hosting the Sun. Now, it's gotten chippy between these teams before, and last night it really did. First off, here's just some Caitlin being Caitlin and knocking down threes.
She's been great since she's been back after that injury. Saturday, they knocked off the Liberty in the Commissioner's Cup, and she's picking off where she left off. Obviously, you know how lethal she is from behind the three-point line.
3 threes in the first half for Caitlin, 12 points. Then here's where it starts to get chippy. Tell us what we see here. Fever up by 10. Clark is backing down J.C. Sheldon. We got a foul. She's going to get hit in the face right around here. She doesn't like it. Now we got shoving. Now we got Marina Mabrey knocking her to the ground. What happens here?
We got all the characters, Greeny. All right, just a little bit of context. J.C. Sheldon was the 5th draft pick out of Ohio State. She and Caitlin have competed for years in the Big Ten, Iowa and Ohio State. Then you got Marina Mabrey, who is a little bit of an enforcer in the league. I use that air quotes around that term, but she's someone who is a high level of competitor. And then you've got Lexi Held as well, going to the rescue of her teammate in Caitlin Clark. So to me, you know me, I tend to lean on the emotions of competition. Adjudicated fairly, we move on.
Yeah, we got tax.
Okay, so we heard that part, right? Now, the guy brought up, she was poked in the eye, hit it in the face. But Monica absolutely ignores that, right? And has nothing negative to say about Marina Mabrey shoving Caitlin Clark over. Says it's a part of competition. What is competitive about that? What is competitive about somebody blindsiding somebody and shoving them? Now, mind you, she also didn't even acknowledge that Sheldon actually walked, after poking Caitlin in the eye, she walks up to her and like bumps her chest on Caitlin, which is why Caitlin shoved Sheldon off of her, right? That's why she shoved her off, because she's sitting here bumping her chest after poking her in the eye. Sheldon in the wrong the entire time right here. And Caitlin getting her off of her. And then here come Marina Mabrey shoving her. Why? Because your teammate is unhinged? Come on, man. Let's continue.
So we got a flagrant, and we went on. Fever leading by 17. Here's Caitlin knocking down a deep 3 over Sheldon, and we got the trash talking continues.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I love this from CC, actually, and I continue to say that she is a elite competitor, trash talking included.
She had 20, and then this would happen. Here we go. We got Sophie Cunningham with a hard foul on Sheldon, and now we got all this again.
And I mentioned Sophie Cunningham goes back to her days at Missouri. Another trash talker, agitator, intense defender, intense player. And so, again, J.C. Sheldon's not going to back down. I didn't love the way that this one was adjudicated. Sophie Cunningham was ejected, as was Lindsay Allen and J.C. Sheldon, I believe. I thought Sophie should have been ejected. The other two could have got text.
All of that, the way it was.
She said, I thought Sophie should have been ejected. The other two should have just got text. So you had no problem at all with what Marina Mabrey did, right? A play that happened on a dead ball and wasn't even a basketball play. Honestly, Sophie's play was a basketball play. That is a hard foul. You grab somebody, make sure they don't go up at all with it. Now, the fact that, Sheldon was trying to bump her off, that made Sophie's arms or hands slide up to her head, and then that's what kind of happened with that, right? But that is a play. That's a play on the ball. That's a play to keep them from scoring. Even if it was a little get back. I felt like it was some get back in it. But that's still a basketball play. Trying to just wrap somebody and make sure they don't go up. If you're trying to fight them off and you're doing all of that and the results are you falling, then that's you. You were doing all that instead of accepting the foul. And that's okay too. Fight her off and try to get the bucket. That's fine too. But it was during a dead play. A dead ball. No basketball going on. Marina Mabrey comes and blindside Caitlin Clark, and you have nothing to say about that one, though. That was adjudicated perfectly. Not getting kicked out of that. She should have been kicked out of the game after that. I'm just keeping it a grand, man. Marina Mabrey should have been kicked out of the game after pushing Caitlyn like that. If you were going to kick Sophie out of the game after that, you should have kicked Marina Mabrey out. And then on top of that, let's talk about Sheldon getting up and coming at Sophie. What you want Sophie to do? What do you want Sophie to do? Just sit there and accept it? What do you want her to do? So you're okay with JC Sheldon trying to get up and actually throw hands, trying to get up and actually grab somebody and fight somebody. She didn't deserve to get kicked out. And then Lindsay Allen, she grabbing the neck. She grabbed Sophie's neck. If y'all watched the video that I did last night, Allen grabbed Sophie's neck. She had her hand on her throat. But she don't deserve to get kicked out. I saw this narrative going around on Twitter, and I'm like, I don't even worry about those other WNBA media people anymore, man. I don't even worry about them because they're not on the huge platforms like Monica Mcnutt gets on. You feel me? Mcnutt, Andrea, Shanae, they're the ones who get on ESPN and stuff like that, one of the biggest networks, right? I just worry about them three. The other ones, man, it's whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of reporting on them. This right here, this is what has to change, man. This is ridiculous. Let me let her finish, though. Let me let her finish.
Adjudicated notwithstanding. People will watch this and they will ask questions. Again, I defer to you and some of the other experts who understand this league so much more intimately than I do. Was what we saw last night beyond the pale, or was that just good, hard, competition?
I'm okay with it. I think, again, you got to look at the history, right? JC Sheldon and Caitlin Clark, the 1 and 5th draft picks of last year's draft. There's history there. I'm not saying necessarily history in terms of it being nasty, but there's just history in terms of them playing against one another for years, right? You get a little scrum here. Each teammate comes to their other teammate's rescue. Marina Mabrey, like I said, is someone who does not back down from this sort of thing as well. I thought it was adjudicated fairly. Could we have done without it? Yes. But Greeny, continue to say, competition is not always pretty and buttoned up, right? And then I think the other part too, as Caitlin continues to matriculate through her WNBA career, if you have a mic on her in game, she's a trash talker too. And so I'm okay with competition. I didn't like the play by Sophie Cunningham. I thought the teammates coming to their respective teammate in the first little scrum was okay. I did not like the play by Sophie Cunningham.
Fam, what does trash talking have to do with putting hands on somebody? Trash talking is a part of the game, right? But you telling me just because she's an excellent trash talker and she likes to get under people's skin with her words, that gives you the right to put your hands on her during the game? Yo, Monica, you are insane right now, man. This is an asinine take, fam. This is crazy. I saw it on Twitter. I did not think it was going to make its way on ESPN today. Oh, my goodness, man. She's really sitting here justifying what happened to Caitlin Clark. She's justifying it. Are you kidding me, man? A poke in the eye. Her poking her chest up after poking in the eye, running into her, right? Caitlin shoves her off. Here come Marina Mabrey, knocking her out. But that's competition, right? That's competitiveness. Come on, fam. That's dirty work. That is dirty work, man. Cut it out. Call it for what it is, Monica. That is dirty work, man. Dirty, okay? I get the rivalry since college. I get all that. But that don't excuse you from not putting your hands on somebody, all right? That doesn't excuse you from that. And she's trying to say just because Caitlin Clark is a trash talker, she deserved to get beat up on the court. Are we kidding, man? Are we kidding? Michael Jordan was a huge trash talker. Last thing I understood about Michael Jordan was they made rules to protect him. They made rules to protect him. So Caitlin gets eye poked, beat up just because she a trash talker. Oh my goodness, man. There's no way you're justifying what Marina Mabrey did and then saying Sophie should have been kicked out, but the other two should have stayed in the game with Tex. Marina Mabrey should have been gone, man. Anyway, let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.